Man, this has been a rough season.
So much pain! So much pain!
Yo, what's up, world? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in. And I am sad to come to you guys like this again, as the Bears lose a very close game to the league's best Philadelphia Eagles 25-20 at home, which not only makes it the Bears' second consecutive loss, and it also drops them to 3-11 on this season. It's been a tough year. This game was a lot closer than anybody could have expected, and there's a lot that I want to get into with this ball game. But before I do, make sure you guys leave this video a like, as it continues to help the channel to grow and to beat the YouTube algorithm. And if you are watching this and you are one of the people that are not subscribed, do me a favor, go ahead, click the subscribe button and notification bell so you will not miss any of the videos that I post. But it's time to talk about yet another Bears loss. Without further ado, let's dive into it.
Tinkleberg.
Now, the first thing is first, I want to get this out of the way right now. Congratulations to Justin Fields. He became the third quarterback in NFL history to amass 1,000 yards rushing in a single NFL season.
Oh my God! Wow!
We've seen all that Justin Fields has done without the running game throughout this season. And me being a fan of Justin Fields since his days of Ohio State, I am happy and I'm proud of him, and let's celebrate our QB1 accomplishing such a historic feat throughout an NFL season. But enough with that, let's just get into this game. This game was slated to be a blowout, and even I personally thought that the Bears were going to get blown out of this game. I came in thinking that the Bears' talent wasn't great. We've been dealing with a lot of injuries, whether it's been Mooney, Eddie, Claypool out for the day. And this Bears team, I will give them their credit. They fight hard. We may not be as talented as that extremely talented Philadelphia Eagles team, but our heart and our fight alone kept the Bears in this ball game all game long. And we even had leads at stretches in this ball game. So I give Matt Eberflus and his staff credit for this team not ever quitting, and it's been like this all season. They didn't quit, especially against an ultra-talented Eagles team. I give the Bears so much credit for making this game close. I give the Bears so much credit for continuing to fight in spite of really nothing to really play for besides pride. And a lot of fans are going to say, this game is a good loss for the draft pick. Scratch that. I personally, okay, cool, you get a higher draft pick. Who is to say that higher draft pick is going to really do anything? You have to be smart with the draft picks, but I'll get into that. That's another video for another day. But I will just say I am not one of those people that, oh, we lost, that's good, we get a higher draft pick. Yeah, scratch that. Not here. Not here. But with this game, the Bears did something today that they really haven't done much, especially during this losing streak, and that was get after Jalen Hurts. The Bears were able to kind of disrupt Jalen Hurts in the pocket a bit, get him a little bit off his circle, and make things a little bit more difficult for him. He had two just mistakenly interceptions. The Bears took the ball away. They had 3 takeaways. So this Bears defense, despite it not being as talented, we did get help with Brisker and Gordon both being back, and Gordon made an interception, and Houston Carson made the second interception, and Mike Pennell forced Miles Sanders on the other fumble. The Bears were getting after the Eagles defensively, and they were making things hard. It's just later on in that game, it's just the Eagles talent started to take over. And one thing I want to say about that Bears defense is one player in particular, Jalen Johnson. You can look at A.J. Brown's numbers, but he had a really good game against one of the top tier receivers in this league in A.J. Brown. That was a matchup that I was enjoying watching all day. It was A.J. Brown had some wins and Jalen Johnson had some wins. Jalen Johnson, with the performance that he had against a guy like A.J., starting to get his name up there as one of the top corners. He's had a little bit of struggles this year, in my opinion, but this game could elevate more talk about Jalen Johnson being one of the top corners in this league. And defensively, Jack Sanborn down with the ankle injury hurt. That really hurt this Bears defense because of the way that he was playing throughout the course of this season with the Roquan Smith trade. He was playing some really, really good football, and it sucks to see him go down with the injury. It's just the Bears, I think, were a little bit outmatched. The Eagles started to run a little bit of those sneaks, and Jalen Hurts' running ability, I think, carried them in this ball game. He had 3 rushing touchdowns. One of them was just the open free. I mean, the middle of the defense was just wide open on that first touchdown run. So I do give the Bears defense credit for slowing down an Eagles offense that was very explosive against the Giants last week, and it's been very explosive for most of the year. To hold a team like this to 25 points, especially with your defense being undermanned, not as talented, and you're going up against the best offense in football, I will give the Bears defense credit. On the Bears on the offensive side of the ball, I will also give them credit a little bit. Mainly, Hassan Reddick wreaked havoc. Hassan Reddick wreaked havoc on Alex Leatherwood, and Alex Leatherwood was taken out of the ball game. The Bears offensive line, they had their moments where they held up, and then Eagles rushed forward and they couldn't block anything. That is one thing that's been inconsistent throughout this season, this Bears offensive line. And having Tekvin Jenkins go down with that neck injury was not a good sight. I really pray for him. I hope that he makes a full recovery, and I hope things go well for him. But he's been a bright spot on this Bears offensive line that has been hammered with injuries all season long. And the Bears receiving core, it looks like still they're not really getting open. Byron Pringle did have a touchdown reception. David Montgomery touchdown reception. But I just believe that when the Bears get more talent around Fields, you'll start to see more of this offensive explosion. Now, one thing about Fields, I saw a little bit today. Some of his throws were a little high. Some of his throws were a bit behind. But at the end of the day, Justin Fields played a very good game. And we saw the magic of Justin Fields in that long run that was this close, this one-step spin away from being a touchdown run. And we see why the Bears drafted Justin Fields. They moved up in 2021 to select him. That athletic ability, that can't be coached. That talent, that can't be coached. He is absolutely special. And on this channel, I've been preaching for the Bears to draft Justin Fields even before they even made the move. And I wanted them before then. Of course, I'm an Ohio State fan. But we see the talented, we see the progression of Justin Fields, and he's only going to get better by playing football. So I don't agree with the whole sitting him for the year thing, no. But offensively, the Bears were able to make enough plays to keep themselves close. I just think the Eagles just out-talented them on both sides of the football. The offense, the Bears' offensive line was, like I said, was not great in pass protection at some points, and then some points he had time. It was just a combination of things. I can't just blame one person for some of the Bears' offensive struggles today. It was either Justin Fields missing some throws, receivers not getting open, offensive line really not being protected. The running game was still a very solid thing for the Bears, and the Eagles were one of the lower mid-ranked defenses against the run coming into this ball game. Now, one thing that kind of shocked me was that the Eagles didn't run Miles Sanders a little bit more until later on in the game. I would have expected the Eagles to come out and run the football with Miles Sanders a little bit more, especially against the Bears defensive front that was ranked bottom of the league of rushing football, but I will give the Bears defensive front credit. They played hard and they made things difficult for them. So this might be a 7th straight loss, and it might drop our record to 3-11 on this season. But I just feel with this coaching staff and the way that these players come hard to play, they come physical, and they made this game so much more closer and so much tougher than we could have ever, and I mean ever, expected. And the Bears win the turnover battle, and they still lose this ball game. And I think that's more of a talent to the Eagles' talent just really taking over at points in this game. So there are some positives that you can take. The Bears got 3 more games left, and this was just one of the things that we kind of wanted to see the Bears go up against what's now the best team in football, and they really hung themselves close in this ball game. So that is a credit to the system. That is a credit to the things that Matt Eberflus and his coaching staff has been implementing with this Bears roster, is that they don't quit. They don't ever get up. And your quarterback embodies that. He eventually went out of the game for a little bit with the hamstring cramp. He came in, got us a touchdown. So, and I've seen that from Justin Fields throughout his time in college, is that he is one of the toughest SOBs that I've seen at the quarterback position. He takes a lot of hits, he gets up, and he's right back fighting. And I absolutely love that aspect from your quarterback one. So, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith had good days. Jalen Hurts didn't throw a touchdown pass, but he ran 3 on his own. Miles Sanders, they controlled him for the most part. And the Bears really controlled the Eagles for the most part. It's just the talent took itself away from them late in this ball game. So I give the Bears so much credit for keeping it close. We expected a blowout. I give the Bears so much credit for their fight. I give the Bears so much credit for keeping this game extremely closer than anybody could have ever imagined. But it does absolutely suck that they weren't able to pull this out. And another thing I want to touch on before I close this video is Cairo Santos. Something is up with him. Missing extra points again. Again. That is not something that we've seen from Santos, and we've seen it from him the past couple of weeks where he is struggling to kick the football. Something is just not right with him. And even when they had a 48-yard field goal attempt, Cairo Santos blew him off. Now, it could have been the conditions, and we seen the Eagles doink their field goal. So I'm not going to say it's all Santos, but the extra points, we got to have those. Those can be the biggest difference in ball games. So that is just something to keep in mind for this Bears staff heading into the last couple of games of the year is, can Santos get the groove back? And special teams for the Bears, the second half, they started with a long kick return and it turned immediately into a touchdown. So they have to get that corrected and see what's going on with that within the last couple of weeks. But as I said, I give the Bears credit. They fought. It's just the Eagles had too much talent and they eventually prevailed in this ball game. But that is all I have to say about this game. The Bears dropped their 7th straight 25-20 at home to the Eagles, and they dropped to 3-11. Leave this video a like as that continues to help this channel to grow and it beats the algorithm. Comment you guys' thoughts down below. What did you guys see in this ball game? What shocked you? What surprised you? I would love to see what you guys think. And do you agree with anything I said? Make sure you guys leave your comments below. I do read my comments and I would love to see it. And as always, if you are not subbed and you reach this point, go ahead right now, click that subscribe button and notification bell so you will not miss any of the content that I post. But this is APW Sports signing out. Make sure you guys stay safe. Have a great and excellent day, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Happy holidays. Bear down. Peace.